What's up, guys? It's Rob here, and today we need to talk about SNDL and TLRY, Cleverleaf Holdings, MSOS stock, a ton of cannabis stocks, because there's absolutely massive news that's pumping all of these up. Look, SNDL's up 23%, TLRY up 30%, Cleverleaf Holdings up 36%, MSOS up 34%. All of these stocks pumping up in a really big way. People are searching for these stocks. People are buying these stocks for one very key reason. We even got TLRY on the trending page of StockTwits. It's right here at number 9, and this news literally just broke about 2 hours ago. And so I would expect that tomorrow we could see this thing all the way up at number 1. We could see SNDL on here too. A bunch of cannabis stocks are probably going to be on the most active page of StockTwits tomorrow because we just got a massive announcement regarding legalization. Now, I need to apologize, first of all, for kind of cruddy video and audio quality. My computer's in the shop, and I'm recording this on my laptop, but we'll do what we can from here. So President Biden just said something that shocked a ton of people in the cannabis space especially, and he has a video where he says it, but he also has some tweets where he says it too, so I'm going to read those for you. He says, "As I've said before, no one should be in jail just for using or possessing marijuana. Today I'm taking steps to end our failed approach. Allow me to lay them out." So there's 3 real things that he's doing, kind of 2, really. 2 of them are kind of the same thing. First, he says, "I'm pardoning all prior federal offenses of simple marijuana possession." So he's pardoning people who have been caught with cannabis. Second, he says, "I'm calling on governors to pardon simple state marijuana possession offenses." So that's kind of similar to the first, right? These 2 are basically, he wants to pardon people who've been caught with cannabis. Third, though, and this is the really exciting one for a lot of people who are invested in cannabis stocks, he says, "We classify marijuana at the same level as heroin and more serious than fentanyl. It makes no sense. I'm asking Secretary Becerra and the Attorney General to initiate the process of reviewing how marijuana is scheduled under federal law." So this is very exciting because this is potentially alluding to legalization, right? It's not a guarantee that we're going to see it, but it is a big boost compared to what we were expecting to see this year, right? This year, we essentially had thought of as lost, right? We thought that the politicians who were in the Senate weren't going to be able to actually vote on their cannabis legalization bill, and while they still might not, this is going to be coming directly from Biden, so it essentially bypasses the Senate in a way. He also adds, which I really like, this next tweet that he says, I'd also like to note that as federal and state regulations change, we still need important limitations on trafficking, marketing, and underage sales of marijuana." So this implies that potentially he doesn't need regulations on sales of cannabis, but just underage sales. So this is actually a really good tweet in my opinion, even though he's saying there will still be some limitations. Obviously, that's going to be the case, as with anything that the government does. There's going to be a lot of regulation centered around it. And in the meantime, we're looking at these cannabis stocks popping off, because if the United States ends up legalizing cannabis, that opens up a massive market for legal cannabis sales. And a lot of these companies operating in Canada, like SNDL, don't have too much of a footprint in the US. They're not generating too much revenue in the US. And so if we legalize cannabis here, that opens up a huge floodgate of cannabis companies to start operating and to start really expanding in the United States. Now, MSOS is actually U.S. cannabis ETF. So this is an ETF of cannabis companies that are operating in the United States currently. That's why this one's up so much and is actually being talked about quite a bit on StockTwits. I believe it's on the trending page, if I'm not mistaken, right there, number 4 trending, MSOS. So a lot of people are excited for this because a lot of people think that when cannabis gets legalized in the US, MSOS is going to pop off. But all of these stocks are going to benefit, at least in the short term. This is a massive catalyst for them. So I would expect to see pretty much all cannabis stocks pumping up, and that's what we've seen. And other than that, guys, that was just a quick update. Sorry, it's not the highest quality video for you, but we had to get the word out about this because it was very exciting to see this announcement. Now, I'll keep you guys updated on more things to come. If you guys want to subscribe to the channel real quick and turn on notifications, I'll let you know as soon as I hear about an update with this situation. So other than that, guys, I hope you have a great rest of your day. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.